Hey, so we are now unboxing box number 5. And just by the way this is put together, because when I tape my boxes, I normally just go too flat. So I think this is my sister who packed this one up. So it's another fairly small box. Oh, this was one from Melcon. So these games had been packed to go to Melcon, because I can tell like the Dixit French, the Gamers Table from Ontario donated games for door prizes for Melcon, and this is the box that it came in. So let's open this one up and see what's in there. So I'll just put it over here so it's easier to reach in. Oh, there's some good boxes in here, or good games. So I have Patchwork, and Patchwork is a polyomino placing game. So you have these little pieces of fabric, technically you're building a quilt, that you put into your tableau, but you can select the pieces that are coming up from where you're at, but different shapes will cost you different things. And it's a 2-player game. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't played Patchwork yet, you really should. And then some of them will give you buttons, and buttons is actually the currency in this game. So you got to spend buttons to buy your pieces to put in your quilt, and then at the end it's whatever you have for holes is negative points. Then you count your points, and then it's a neat one. It's a great game. Then I have Medium. So I actually bought Medium from the Gamers Table, because they you can order online on them, and then they have a really nice, fairly cheap flat shipping fee. So me and a couple of girlfriends ordered a bunch of stuff, and this one I haven't played yet, but it seems so interesting. And everybody will have a card, so you and the next person next to you will have a card, and you flip it over and it has a word. And you got to come up with a link between your word and their word, and then you're trying to think the same way they do in a bit, okay? And then you'll say that word, and if it's the same one, then you guys kind of win that round. I haven't played it, as I said. This is just what I hear, so it looks great. I am excited to try this one, so that's Medium. And then I have Dice Miner in here. And this is a dice drafting game, and it's so cool because you got this little cardboard mountain that holds all these dice, and you can only pick the dice that are available, that are free to pull out. And it's a set collection game, so you score after you've collected all the dice. You score the dice you've collected, but then you re-roll the dice you have, and you collect new dice, and then you will score 3 times. It's a neat game. It's super simple, super quick to play. This is definitely more like on the filler weight, but Dice Miner. Then in here we have, this one is falling apart, Werewords. So it's kind of like, from what I understand, the ultimate werewolf, but it's more like a 20 question. So you are trying to ask questions to guess what the word is, and you can play this with an app that'll select a word, and it works well with that, so I recommend that. And then you'll be like, okay, well, is it made of wood? Or it's like, so you're trying to figure out what the word is, and one of the player is a werewolf, and he's going to try to send the question on the wrong, like kind of ask question that steer everybody towards the wrong way, trying to make sure that nobody guesses it. And then, so plays with like Werewords that way, but I don't know where I've got this game here. The next one is all pulled apart, and there's supposed to be a little baggie in there, but my baggies are packed somewhere in these boxes as well, so I'll have to fix this one later. But this one here is Bang the Dice game, and this is a secret identity dice rolling game, and it is so much fun. I've played this one so much, and it always goes over so well. And basically it's like a party game, and one person is the sheriff, and everybody knows that. And then one person will be a deputy, and they're helping the sheriff, and one person is going to be the outlaw, and they want to kill the sheriff. And then you have the renegade, which wants to be the last man standing. But you don't know who is who, and be like, okay, well, so I'm the sheriff, so-and-so just kind of looked like they were helping me out. Well, that one just shot me, so he's probably not my deputy. Like, and it's interesting. It plays so fun. We played at Christmas one time with my in-laws, and then my sister-in-laws and their husband, and we played it, I want to say like 10 times in a row. Like, as we finished the game, it's like, okay, let's do it again. Okay, let's do it again. It's one of those that really is well received. And then I have Biblios, and Biblios is like a 2-part game. It plays in the first part where you're collecting all these cards, and you're collecting books and gold and stuff. And on your turn, like, you'll have the cards, and you have one for every player plus one. And then you have to decide, okay, I'll give you this one, I'll keep this one for myself, and then you flip the next. Oh, that one would have been better. I would have preferred to keep that one. It's okay, fine. I'll put that one in the auction, and then you can have this one. And you're doing this until you've gone through all the cards. And then at the end, you go through the auction. So all the gold you've kept are cards that you're going to be bidding for. And then maybe you'll be like, I really wanted this one, but I took a different one, so I'll put this one in the auction and make sure that I bid for that. So it's really interesting. And then at the same time, you're kind of manipulating the value of the books and trying to make the books that you have worth more, and trying to make the books that you don't have worth less, and then whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. It's a really neat game, Biblios. And then in here we have Point Salad. Point Salad is such a simple, fun filler game. On your turn, you either draw 2 vegetables or you draw a scorecard. And then the scorecards will give points depending on the vegetables, or negative points possibly. And then you'll kind of tally up all the points based on the scorecards that you have for the number of vegetables that you've collected. And whoever has the most point is the winner. It's another one that's so easy to get to the table, so easy to play, easy to learn. And it's a fun one. So we played this one regularly. Point Salad. Then I have Cutthroat Ninja. This one is so neat. They sell this one on Amazon, so be sure to check it out. But you add your ninja attacks, and you can create combos, but you kind of add them at the end, and it'll be like, oh, okay, great, now I've got this, and then you get a combo, so you kind of got this bigger attack. But you can play a card that will take cards from other players' kind of tableau, but you can only take the last one. So you want to make sure that you kind of try to protect your more powerful attack cards with the weaker one behind it. And it is so neat. We've played this with the kids and they just loved it. And then that's Cutthroat Ninja. So be sure to check this one out on Amazon if you don't have your own copy yet. Then I have Oh My Goods. Oh My Goods is a heavier weight game really for what it is, but each card kind of has different, can be used in different ways. So you could spend it to use it as a resource. You could try to activate to have it as a building that'll create some resources. Then the back of it is coins. So if you have it like that, then that's they're goods. So then that's the amount of those goods you have that you stack on top of the buildings. And it's an interesting one. I really enjoy this game. Oh My Goods. And then I have Onitama. Onitama is so good. This is chess that's accessible to everybody. And you each have, like, each time you play, you have 5 cards. And each one of those cards is a different movement you can activate. And you'll have 2, the other player has 2, and there's 1 in reserve. And when you spend a movement, you trade with the one that's in the middle. And the goal is to try to get your master, either to kind of capture the other masters or get your master into the other player's temple. It's a neat game. I really enjoy this one. And then in here I also have Bit Deluxe. This one's just funny. You're gonna have your little robots in a row, and you'll play cards, and when you start with the lowest, whoever has the lowest value card moves their robot to the front of the line. And then you kind of keep doing that till all the cards have gone through. But if any other cards matches any other players, then those are eliminated, and those particular robots do not move at all. And then whoever's at the back of the line at the end gets a limb bitten off by the shark, and then they move to the front of the line. It's hilarious. So I figured with the boys, this would be one that would be kind of like a funny, interesting theme. So I had bought this one after I'd seen it on Tabletop with Will Wheaton. So get Bit Deluxe. And then I also have in here Creature Comfort. So turns out I've been playing this one wrong. And every time I'm playing it, it's like, it's really good, but it's a long game. Like, it drags a little bit doing all the dice action and stuff. And it's because I would do where you had your worker. I played it that you could activate that as many times as you had dice to activate it. But apparently you can only activate it the one time as long as you have the dice to activate it. And if you don't have the proper dice that you need it to activate that part, you wouldn't actually activate it. So that would change the gameplay quite a bit. But the components, the bits, this game is cute. Creature Comfort. So that's a fairly recent one, and I bought it when I was at Gobfest. And that is it for that game. So be sure to stay tuned and to catch for what's in the box number 6 now, right? This was box number 5. Yeah, so next box is going to be box number 6. Let's see what else is in my collection. Bye, everybody.